So hey one, this is Lon, I'm back with some more FGO Thirstday. Hope all of you are thirsty today, because we have right here Zhuge Liang Kongming, aka Waver! Yes! Waver, my boy! Oh gosh, yeah, I like Waver. And obviously not only because he's one of the best support servants in the game, but in general, I mean, I liked him in Lord El-Melloi case files and in Fate Zero, Young Waver and all of that. Though I will say, I do like his older design more than his young one, definitely. Even if I like it, I mean, obviously he's a young kawaii desu young man with a very nice coat. Damn. But I do prefer his older, you know, and his hair turned darker, like from green to black. Then again, my hair was like more bright orange when I was young and turned more rusty brown when I grew older. I turned rusty. True name, Lord El-Melloi Zhuge Kongmin. Actually not really sure about who that is, actually. Well, I know Zhuge Liang. That name I recognize, but Zhuge Kongmin I don't know. Annals of the Free Kingdom. Okay, yeah, that's where I recognize the name, Zhuge Liang. The first has his height at 154 centimeters, and yeah, oh man, he's pretty tall. Strength V, Constitution E, Agility D, Magical A+, Luck B+, MPA. Damn, that's pretty good. Nah. Also was Lord Insulin. Yes! Oh god, that's good to know. Namikawa Daisuke. That's pretty... Okay. I like that. Class, Territory Creation A. Creation of a workshop territory that is advantageous to himself as a magus. It is possible to create the Shibing Bazen that's a past workshop. What? Dude, what the fuck is the Earth Kingdom town, well, main city called? Isn't it some Biosing or something like that? It's based from this. Wouldn't be surprised. Toe Creation B. Where do I get an GameStop? What? I don't know sure what it is. Really random message I get. Well, by borrowing Zhuge Kongming's power, is capable of creating various arms and tools from his legends, such as a repeating crossbow. That's cool. However, only the drug of immortality that Kongming had failed to acquire cannot be created. But what if we create it? Personal skill, Discern Eye A. A narrow version of technique of human observation. He is exceedingly outstanding in judging in what manners a human target would acquire usefulness in the future. However, in order to do that, it is necessary for him to understand the target's weak and strong points by means of conversation and look into the target's appearance to an extent. Well, I guess so. Advice of the Strategist A+. A skill bestowed to a servant of the strategist type. By means of understanding and analysis of the situation, he's able to grant correct advice to allies. Oh, that's good. Unlike me. Maybe sad. The higher the rank, the higher the chance of said advice to be correct. I just imagine, I would love to see character with advice of the strategist E-, like, you know, it's about 5% chance I'm right, but if I am right, and you don't take it, you will hear that. They will never hear the end of it. On A+ rank, no matter what sort of unforeseen circumstances are included, said advice will always hit the mark 100%. What? Dude. Opposing it requires luck on level that can defeat any and every kind of analysis or possession of this skill. Holy crap. Let's see, start. Basically, opposing a guy using the skill requires another guy using this skill. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. You know, like luck versus that skill. Apparently, I think advice and command like wide and narrow military tactic advice is... Wait, I'm gonna read this first. Commander Strategist A+. I'm sorry, I've been recording a bit today, so I'm already a bit drained. Oh man. Well, a skill bestowed to servant of the strategist type. It brings forth the maximum power of an army one belongs to. On A+ rank, it possesses power equal to that of death troops determined to fight to death as they Oh, damn. I personally think of advice and command like wider and narrow military tactics. Advice is wider because it's accounted to the surroundings. Command is narrow because it specifically boosts power. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. And that is pretty neat, actually. Holy crap, that's some really good abilities there. Karusa no Jin, Ji Bing Ba Zen. Formation of no return. A formation led by certain famous strategist upon deciding his army's retreat. The formation of a huge rock boulders invaders drives them to death. What? The boulder. I'm the boulder. As a normal phantom, it is a great formatory that is compulsory alters the location of the enemy into the Shibing Basen. It must be that. Wait, I gotta see if I can check that out. Because they must have gotten that, because, you know, rock and all that. Avatar of the Airbender. Ba Sing Se was it named. Let's see here. I'm just checking if it's. It must be based on the first. I'm serious. Okay, I don't find it, but it do sounds like it would be related to that. You know, it sounds like that. It sounds interesting. As long as they cannot, as they do not escape from within it, the enemy become target of additional damage that accumulate every turn. Shushi no Hyo, Shushi Bao, rank EX. Wow. Table of Expedition. The reports for the throne that Zhuge Liang left behind for the still young emperor when he organized the army for the subjugation of the enemy nation. A text that composed ardently is his readiness to complete, devote himself for loyalty. It would have been then praised as the most famous among famed literature composition in later years. Its effect as a noble fantasy is unknown. Yeah, it's a bit sad it's not in the game, but then again, there's lots of Shabing Bazen, Stone Sentinel Maze, Shushi Bao. My Chinese friend said translating the name of these two MPs like trying to translate a Japanese name. Certainly possible to translate individual kanji, but you know their names. Yeah, Shibing Bazen is most known for the Western Stone Sentinel Maze, but even then it's not 100% accurate. Meaning and content-wise, my Chinese friend said that for Xu Bao, closer rendering this memorial upon war. Yeah, I mean, that is the thing, you know, especially like complex language like Chinese, Japanese, and, well, Asian language. I think that, you know, even for like Cyrillic and stuff like that, that you can like break down and translate the kanjis and you know, these symbols to different names, but in the whole sum of this entire sentence, it have a different meaning and stuff like that. Very complicated stuff, definitely. But I think it's pretty interesting. I like languages. Character. His personality is that of Lord El-Melloi II. He is a slightly moody sort of magus with a meddlesome nature at the root, which ends up heavily influencing the people and his surroundings. Yes, that is true. He is particularly good at deciding course of action. Countless people discover their own ability thanks to him. Although it can't be denied that at the same time at the same time he himself possesses a complex in regards to his own powerlessness. Yeah, I remember that. Modest and agile towards Master. He mostly looks after Master as one of his own students. El-Melloi II, who had taken on Kong's knowledge, has an overwhelmingly abundant experience on his hand compared to many magi in this world. Consequently, the Master becomes his student from the very beginning. Dude, seriously? I mean, considering how smart Waver is and how good teacher he already is, adding Kong Min to that as well, like, holy crap. That is insane. Dialogue example, Servant Kong, Nesug Kong Min. You think I'm not him? Indeed I am not. I am El-Melloi II. Nevertheless, I do inherit his power. There is no problem. Things I'm fond of. Let us see. Pupils with good perception. Classroom filled with silence and colleagues whose heads are not clogged with tofu. I suppose. Clogged with tofu? Should I know that one? Probably I just forget stuff. As you can see, I'm in the middle of my game. We can speak, but don't tamper with my hair. It's distraction to me from leveling up. What game do you play? I want to know. I mean, I know like Iskander, when he appeared, like, you know, he wanted to like play video games. Like, this is interesting. It's like a war game. Historical depiction. The description below is not of Zhuge Liang, but the base of his outer shell, Lord El-Melloi II. Lord El-Melloi II is the representation head of a house El-Melloi. Surprise! One of the 12 nobles that rule over and manage the clock tower, that is the center of the Magic Association. A lecturer of the Department of Modern Magic, all of his pupils have managed to grow into excellent magi. It is said that should he never recruit his pupil to his own faction, the clock tower's influence shot would easily change, but he himself has no interest to do so. His insight in observing the true nature of a human has reached the point of being sublimated as a servant skill. Holy crap! No matter how much a famed magus may conceal his or her fumitory, he possesses the terrifying ability to divulge it without any constraint. Dude! And then you're adding Zhuge Liang on that? Like, wow, dude, that is insane. Normally, even the outer shell is El-Melloi II, the inside is still Zhuge Liang, and he should conduct himself Zhuge Liang. However, upon the agreement of the goal of protecting the human order, there is no problem whichever between the two that holds the rein of the body. In the end of the discussion, Lord El-Melloi, with his discernment of the modern world, was decided to become a servant. Although he himself is dissatisfied with being unable to do something with his own power, he does understand that he would not be able to do anything alone. He vows that he will protect the human order together with other servants. Well, that is good. But seriously, Jakes, how smart are you, dude? You're scary smart. I like it. Furthermore, there is no change of his very power as a servant or his knowledge quantity upon his repeating spirit foundation ascension, which in the end returns him from that of a young boy, roughly 19 years old. According to a certain ill-natured goddess, the situation of him finding as the leading part being his form as a young boy is most fitting. Perhaps for Lord El-Melloi II himself, the unforgettable battle in which he shines the most is the one of his moments. Character relationship: Alexander, a man of great talent, still unfinished in his growth, and yet there's already enough of his charisma that reminds me of his dignity back in the day. Well, in that case, I would like to see what my own eyes would become of him. Iskander, things like the memory when he had been summoned are haziness, not even a dream of the Chulainn team. I know that much already. I know, and still, dude. That was probably the thing I liked the most with like Fate Zero in general. It was the bond between Iskander and Waver and all of that. You know, that was that was like that hurt a lot. Comment from Illustrated. The idea of the first century being Waver felt like a good idea when it struck me, but upon the implementation, I felt somewhat anxious if it would be a disappointing development for those who like Lord. I'm really relieved that I don't need to worry about that thanks to the option of being able to choose the Ascension stages. Yeah, that is actually good. I mean, you know, I like the idea that you can have Young Waver or the El-Melloi, so to speak. So you can switch up between. That's options are great. You know, it's really kind of shame we didn't get to know how Zhuge actually perhaps in the future. Yeah, that would actually be quite cool. I would like to see Zhuge Liang as an own, well, Zhuge Liang as an own servant. But maybe that will happen. We don't know. It could happen. Maybe this time it was like, I'm too bored. Potato. All the comments made above are the translators, not mine. I wish, like he does, that we get to see the OG Zhuge. Yeah, I love his historical persona. Trivia. The young emperor cited is Li Xuan, son of Liu Bei, the founder of the kingdom of Shu during the Three Kingdoms, and the enemy nation is probably mentioning Wei. Yeah, I remember that. He's so called both Zhuge Liang and Kong Ming. I forgot the difference, but I think one name is formally for occasions. I have no idea. I just remember Zhuge Liang because that was the name I read in Dynasty Warriors. I generally forgot, someone will remind us in the comments. Mayhaps. Fun fact. And Waver, I like Waver. I'm super happy I got Waver, definitely. And I like him in the animes and all of that. So yeah, I mean, gameplay-wise, game mechanics, outstanding. As a character, I like him and all that. He's been appearing in his own anime and stuff like that. So that is awesome. That is awesome. Though I also would like to see, as I said, Zhuge Liang as his own servant, you know? And maybe that will happen. I wouldn't be surprised at all, actually. That it can have... Oh, Chulainn Caster. I'm going to scroll to load them. But yes, I will say, I think Waver is a good character. I mean, obviously it's a little bit of a meme at this point, you know, with Merlin and Waver, like, they're like OP masters and all of that. Well, OP supports. So, yeah, I can see that. And they are pretty fucking strong, that for sure. But, oh gosh. I like Waver, though, I will say. Mainly because Fate Zero and all that. And Lord El-Melloi Case Files, which was really good. Cú Chulainn Caster, aka will ever get an animation update, doggy? Yeah. I mean, sadly, there is so many that don't... Oh man, there's so many that need an update. It's fucking sad. I think they could make this way fast. And I like Cú Chulainn Caster, seriously. He's a cool... I think a kind of cool design, actually. It is just weird to see him like this, comparing... And it looks like he doesn't hold his staff, actually, because his hand is not really closed on the staff. That's a little bit weird, I will say. That's a bit odd. You know, I will say, why couldn't they draw him with his hand around the staff? But otherwise, I kind of like his design, actually. It's kind of cool. Even it's pretty fun to imagine. I mean, Cú Chulainn, I mean, every time he's like, "Give up!" he is spearing around rather than being a caster and all that. But I think that is pretty cool. Cú Chulainn, male Celtic myth, lawful neutral, strength E, endurance D, agility C, mana B, luck D, noble phantasms B. Wait, mana? Did he change magic to mana? Ah, well, whatever. Voiced by Nobutoshi Kana. Orion as well, meh. Also was Cú Chulainn and Cú Chulainn. Oh no, I could never have guessed that. Holy crap, thank you for pointing that out. I had no idea. I didn't know. I could never guess. This is truly revealing news. I could never expect him to voice Cú Chulainn and Cú Chulainn and Cú Chulainn. That's... the world doesn't... it's not the same anymore, I say. Territory creation B. A mag has the ability to create and train that has advantage to themselves. He can create the territory adapt to his master's noble phantasm, which is a gate. Okay. However, there seems to be something he keeps secret. If we're to use it, master would come to attack him, shouting, "You're a rip-off, you fool!" Skata. Hey, the worst thing can happen to a mag is like, "I'm using this magic," and then some fucking nerd appearing like, "You're a rip-off, you fool!" And then like the confidence crumbles, like, no. Divinity B. Doomed to being the son of the god Lug, Cú Chulainn possesses high divinity. I mean, he's the son... I mean, I guess A is like literally gods. So I guess B is pretty high there, actually. So still, it's like, what? Rune Magecraft A. The possession of the Norse Rune Magecraft he received from Skatash. Due to being summoned as a caster, his rank in this skill is higher than as a lancer. He can produce powerful and very effects by using different runes. Outside of offensive runes, he can also produce effects such as giving himself magic resistance and clairvoyance skills, as well raising his stats to A. What? These effects are temporary and cannot use many of them at once, but still, being able to raise his stats like a damn son. And talking about runes and all of that, I would like a Viking mage, you know, well, a shaman like, summon dragons. Disengage. See, the ability to escape from battle. He can return disadvantage battle condition to his initial form. Protection from arrow A. A skill that protects him from projectile attack. I love to have that ability on my own team, but I hate when I'm fighting a Cú Chulainn. I know, like, soon will that fuck... Ah, there is a protection of arrows. Fuck. I hate it. Wicker Man's Cage of Scorching, Consuming Flames. Ah, wicked. Wicker Man, it's a material a giant made from small tree branches. A giant from small tree branches? The giant is covered in flames and attacks its target with powerful fire and heat damage. The torso of the giant functions as a cage. Usually there will be a sacrifice strapped inside. Ah! However, when materials has a noble phantasm, the giant does not receive a sacrifice and instead unleashes his fury against the gods while seeking one. This isn't a secret rune technique, but rather noble phantasm representative of the cell druids given of the Celt druids given to Cú Chulainn, as he summoned as Celt maggots for control fire. Yeah. Now I just want to see, because, you know, in Sweden we have this, what do you call it? In winter we have this, like, straw goat that is always ending up burned. So now I want a Swedish shaman that summons that burning fucking goat. Like, Och the Odin. Oh, seal of the great Odin? Odin! Och the Odin. In modern terminology, it's been called Matrix Voden. It is a noble family activated by chanting his true name and using all 18 primordial runes obtained from Skatash at the same... What? That sounds insane. The power of the rune possessed by the great Odin is released temporarily and deals immense magic damage to enemy camp. It also removes all buffs from buff effects from enemies and reduces all the stats by 1 rank. Oh shit! In case of the enemy possessing passive MPs, they are cancelled out for 1 or 2 turns. And extremely powerful. Yeah, seriously, that would be an awesome fucking MP. It's possible that the user restriction could be set up by Odin, but the details will be left unknown. Seriously. Person, basically the same person as the Cú from Fates the Night. There isn't a big change in his personality. Even his abilities and equipment change, there is no mistake that this is the same person. Though Cú himself seems to find the role a bit difficult and sometimes mutters something like, "This doesn't feel right." Yeah, that's how it is. Editor was master. He doesn't really talk about his wish for the Grail. If he were pressed to say, it would be something like, "I want my spear." "I want my poke stick." But of course that's not the goal which is manifested. Having been summoned as a caster, it seems like he's taken upon himself to act as a guide. Not as a true druid, but rather as something temporary. As long as they're together, he will continue to shine a light on his master's path. That's nice. Fraser. Whoa, so I'm a caster this time, huh? Oh, it's you. Have we met before? Why do you sound so mean? Don't sound so dismissive about me. Well, I look forward to work with you as master. The Grail, huh? That thing and I've been linking for a while. Good work. I did pretty good on my burning too, huh? Yeah, you were on fire. Eh? I like trying to be summoned as a saber or something. Oh, that would be cool! Cú Chulainn saber! That would be awesome! I would like that, actually. Then again, we have so many Cú Chulainns, so it would be fun with a little bit diversity of other characters, but that it would be something really, really awesome, actually. Biography, hero from Celtic Ulster legend, a member of the Knights of the Red Branch, fighting the Blue Logs, and the strongest warrior in Ulster, a hero who received and used the demonic spear obtained from Skatash, ruler of the Land of Shadows, to gain fame, and also the rules given by his master. Unlike his Lancer self, his caster version has manifested his use of diverse magecraft that inflicts pain upon his enemy with them. Apparently he uses the answer rule for his fire attacks. Fire. Usual weapons, okay? Long range attack with runes. The answer runes materialize in air when he used the fire attacks, okay? This is a bit different. Usual weapons. I've never seen that before. He can also fight at close range with his weapon. In this case, it temporarily raises his strength stat to A and fight with his oak staff or a sword. Dude, that's cool. He doesn't use any metal armor. That's pretty cool. Miscellaneous. The same person Cú from Fates the Night. Due to this different class, his appearance has also changed. He's shining in his hairstyle. Yeah, he's a little bit more flattered. He does not use metal armor. Hard armor isn't necessarily unallowed. Even if it's not metal, he can still use some made from ceramic or bone. Cool. Okay, Potato. This one is oddly short. Yeah, I do agree. Different translation, different style. I wish we get to see his second MP. Yeah, I agree on that. Wasn't he supposed to be more mature than his FS version? I guess, I'm not sure actually, but it would make sense, you know, because as I feel in casters in general, you know, they tend to be more older, wiser, since they need to think a lot, so to speak. The CV is a joke, in case someone was big brain. He voiced Cú Chulainn like, yeah. It is a joke. We know Potato, so Potato slacks until next week. Thanks again, Potato, for all of this. But yeah, I would say I kind of like Cú Chulainn Caster. I haven't used him much actually, but I kind of like his design and all of that, and looks kind of cool and all. I just been very bad at using him, and considering how he looks, I would assume that he is a bit more mature than his Lancer counterpart, so to speak. Though I guess the reason why this is a bit shorter than other sermons we've been reading is, I guess, because we already had so many Cú Chulainns before, I guess. So they like, you know, you already know Cú Chulainn is, so like, I guess that is. But yeah, I need to try to use him a little bit more. But otherwise, it is our good doggo, the caster. But yes, I will be back with more FGO Thirstday next week. So thank you for watching. See you later on, and have a continued super great day.